Hello students, today we are going to discuss chemical properties of ethers. Ethers are written as R O R dash, where R and R dash may be same or different alkyl group. If R equal to CH3 and R dash is also CH3 or C+5, means when both the alkyl groups are identical, ethers are called symmetrical ethers. And when two different alkyl groups are taken, for example CH3 O C2H5, in this case ether is called unsymmetrical ether. This is unsymmetrical ether and this is symmetrical ether. In ether, lone pair on oxygen make it as a Lewis acid, Lewis base. In some chemical reaction, due to presence of lone pair on oxygen atom, it behaves like Lewis bases. And this oxygen, in case of ethers, known as ethereal oxygen, and this is alkyl group. That's why ether gives some chemical reaction due to alkyl group, means in which only alkyl groups are involved in chemical reactions, and in some cases ether gives chemical reaction due to ethereal oxygen, and in some cases carbon oxygen bond of ether is broken down, means reactions involving cleavage of carbon oxygen bond. And in case of aromatic ethers like anisole, this is aromatic ether. In this case, reaction due to alkyl group, reaction due to cleavage of carbon oxygen bond, and reaction due to benzene ring. All types of chemical reactions given by aromatic ethers: reaction due to alkyl group, reaction due to ethereal oxygen, reaction due to cleavage of carbon oxygen bond, and reaction due to benzene ring. Okay. Now one by one discuss different kinds of chemical reactions of ethers. First one is reaction involving alkyl group. Those chemical reactions of ether in which alkyl group, only alkyl group is involved. This type of reaction is divided into two categories. One is halogenation, another is combustion. Since ether are compounds of only carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, that's why on combustion they give only carbon dioxide and water. All types of ether, symmetrical or unsymmetrical ether, only gives carbon dioxide and water on combustion. Its halogenation is important. When ethers are halogenated by chlorine or bromine in dark, for example, when diethyl ether, this is diethyl ether, this ether reacts with chlorine in dark. Only alpha hydrogen, means with respect to this group, these two carbons are alpha carbon, this is alpha and alpha dash. Substitution takes place only at alpha position, means one by one alpha hydrogen of ether gets replaced by chlorine atom. That's why in the first step we get CH3, CHCl, O, CH2, C2, CH3, C2, CH3, means monochloro ether, monochlorodiethyl ether या monochloro ether. When again chlorine molecule react in dark, then CH3, CHCl, CHCl, CH3 is obtained. Minus CHCl, minus CHCl. In the first step, monochloro ether is obtained, and in second step, dichloro ether is obtained. But substitution takes place only at alpha carbon. If halogenation is carried out in presence of light, if halogenation is carried out in presence of light, then all the hydrogen of ether gets substituted by halogens. For example, when CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH3 diethyl ether is halogenated, means it reacts with chlorine in light, in presence of light, then all the hydrogen of diethyl ether gets replaced by all chlorine atoms, means C, Cl3, Cl2, O, CCl2, CCl3 is obtained plus 10 HCl. In this case, product is known as per-chloroether, means per-chloro-diethyl ether. This word is used when all the hydrogen of ether gets substituted by halogen. Then it is called per-chloro-diethyl ether. This is chlorination of ether in dark and in presence of light. Just like chlorination, bromination also takes place. Chlorination or bromination takes place in the same way. That's why in light, in presence of light, all the hydrogen of ether gets substituted by halogens, and in dark only alpha substitution takes place. This is the chemical reactions of ether in which alkyl group is involved. Next type of reaction is reaction due to ethereal oxygen. In this type of reaction, ether behaves as Lewis bases. Ether behaves as Lewis base. And these are number 1 oxidation, means formation of peroxide, number 2 formation of ammonium salt, and number 3 formation of etherates. In all these reactions, ether behaves as Lewis base. That's why when ether is exposed to air in presence of light, then peroxides of ether is formed. Peroxide of ether is formed, which is an explosive compound. That's why in the old sample, before the use of old sample of ether, it must be tested the presence of peroxide. Peroxide is formed or not formed in the old sample of ether. It is very, very important and necessary. Then how will you test the presence of formation of ether, peroxide in ether? When the old sample of ether is treated with freshly prepared aqueous solution of ferrous sulfate, followed by addition of potassium thiocyanate. If red color appears, then it indicates the formation of peroxide in old sample of ether. Okay? This sample must be purified before the use, and peroxide can be removed by distillation of old sample of ether by with concentrated sulfuric acid. If old sample of ether is distilled with concentrated sulfuric acid, then peroxide formed in ether gets removed and it can be used safely. This is oxidation of ether. Next type of reaction of ether is formation of oxonium salt. Since in this type of reaction ether behaves as Lewis base, then it reacts with Lewis acid, means Lewis base, that is ether plus by ether and mineral acids, means when ether plus acid like HCl, H2SO4, mineral acid, we have the mineral acid, this is mineral acid. Mineral acid plus ether gives oxonium salt. Oxonium salt means when acid react with base gives salt and water. That's why when ether as a base react with acid gives oxonium salt. For example, when diethyl ether CH3 CH2 O CH2 CH3 diethyl ether reacts with hydrochloric acid, it gives oxonium salt CH3 CH2 O H positive Cl negative. This is oxonium salt of diethyl ether with hydrochloric acid. If we take sulfuric acid C2H5 O C2H5 plus H 2SO4, we get same oxonium salt SO4. This is oxonium salt of ethers. In this reaction, ether behaves as base and acid react with base gives salt. Since positive charge present and oxygen atom, that's why it is called oxonium salt. Next, formation of etherates. What are etherates? Etherates are coordination compound of ethers. Etherates are coordination compounds of ethers. Means formation of coordination compound of ethers. In Lewis base, ether react with electron deficient molecules such as BF3, AlCl3 and Grignard agent forms coordination compound known as etherates. When diethyl ether C2H5O C2H5 react with BF3 gives coordination compound C2H5O BF3. Its name is boron trifluoride etherate. BF3 boron trifluoride etherate. When diethyl ether react with aluminum chloride AlCl3, it gives C2H5O AlCl3 known as aluminum chloride etherate. aluminium chloride etherate. When grignard reagent react with diethyl ether, RMgX plus diethyl ether, C2H5O, C2H5, C2H5O, C2H5. Grignard reagent and diethyl ether forms coordination compound. This is called Grignard reagent etherate. Grignard reagent is alkyl magnesium halide etherate. Then, due to presence of lone pair on oxygen atom, ether forms coordination compound with electron deficient molecules, and these compounds are known as etherates. Due to this property, ethers are used as solvent in number of chemical reactions. For example, all the chemical reactions of Grignard reagent is carried out only in the presence of diethyl ether due to this property of ether. Because Grignard reagents are highly sensitive and reactive, that's why by solvencies it protects the Grignard reagent from moisture. Next, and very important chemical property of ethers are reaction involving cleavage of carbon-oxygen bond. Reactions involving cleavage of carbon-oxygen bond. In this type of reaction, there is cleavage of carbon-oxygen bond takes place by nucleophile. That's why this reaction is nucleophilic substitution reactions of ether. In this reaction, SN1 and SN2, both types of mechanism takes place during this reaction. That's why it is nucleophilic substitution reactions. This is nucleophilic substitution reaction of ether. Since nucleophilic substitution reactions are mainly takes place by SN1 or SN2 mechanism. In case of SN1 mechanism, carbocation is formed as intermediate, reaction intermediate, while in SN2 transition state is formed. That's why different types of products obtained by the cleavage of carbon-oxygen bond in ether depends on the structure of ether and reaction conditions. Depending on the reaction condition and structure of ether, different products and different mechanisms involved in nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay? Some important things regarding nucleophilic substitution reactions is number one, if the alkyl group is identical, means if the ether is symmetrical, and it is aliphatic ether, then identical product means same product is obtained. Okay? If ether is unsymmetrical and it is aliphatic ether, for example, CH3O, C2H5, this is unsymmetrical ether, then nucleophilic substitution is governed by different types of reaction condition and reagents. For example, only HI and HBr only these two hydrogen halides, means hydrogen acids, are able to break carbon oxygen bond of ether. Generally, ethers are very less reactive compound than alcohols and phenols. Alcohols and phenols are highly reactive than ethers. Ethers are stable compound. They are less reactive and generally unaffected in normal condition by acid-base oxidizing incidents. But in special condition, they give certain reactions. Its nucleophilic substitution reaction is mainly given by two acids. Even these acids cannot break carbon oxygen bond of diphenyl ether. For example, if diphenyl ether is treated with these reagents, then reaction does not take place. Means there is no action of HI and HBr with this ether because of the partial double bond character between carbon and oxygen due to resonance. Due to resonance, partial double bond character developed between the carbon and oxygen bond. That's why this bond cannot break due to these reasons. Only unsymmetrical aromatic ethers, unsymmetrical and symmetrical aliphatic ether gives nucleophilic substitution reaction with HI and HBr. Okay. Now one by one, take some examples of nucleophilic substitution reaction. For example, when ethyl ether, which is unsymmetrical ether, is treated with HI in cold, then methyl iodide and ethyl alcohol is formed. Means iodide ion, which is a larger ion than H ion, it is larger ion due to steric repulsion or steric hindrance. Since ethyl group is larger than methyl group, iodide ion is already larger ion. That's why due to steric hindrance, it goes to smaller alkyl group. Okay, that's why methyl iodide and ethyl alcohol is formed as a product. If HI is taken in excess and reaction mixture is heated, then only alkyl halide is formed. Means when alcohol is formed in this case, again react with HI and gives alkyl halide. For example, if CH3OC2H5 react with HI, it gives CH3I plus C2H5OH. But HI is taken in excess. That's why C2H5OH again react with HI gives C2H5I plus H2O. That's why in this case only alkyl iodides and water is formed. Alcohol is not obtained in this case. When excess of HI or HBr is taken, only alkyl iodides are obtained. Alcohols not obtained. Next reaction is hydrolysis. When ethers are boiled with water, then only alcohols are obtained. Only alcohols are obtained in this case. And the last reaction is reaction with PCl5. When ether is treated with PCl5, alkyl chloride and POCl3 is obtained, which is usual reaction and very common reaction of ether. Now some important reactions of any salt. Means reaction due to benzene ring. Reaction due to benzene ring, that is electrophilic substitution. Electrophilic substitution reaction. This is anisole, which is an aromatic ether. This is ortho-para directing group due to presence of lone pair on oxygen atom, key atom. It is ortho-para directing group, and it increases electron density mainly at ortho and para position. That's why all the electrophilic substitution means halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, alkylation and acylation in anisole takes place only at ortho and para position. For example, when anisole is treated with bromine in presence of a halogen carrier, then polybromoanisole is obtained, means all the ortho and para position of anisole gets substituted by bromine in the loss of 3 HBr. This is electrophilic substitution, means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6 tribromoanisole. 2, 4, 6 tribromoanisole is obtained. When this reaction takes place in the absence of halogen carrier, only ortho and para substitution takes place. When this reaction is carried out in absence of halogen carrier or in presence of glacial acetic acid, then only ortho and para products are obtained. Only ortho and para products are obtained. Just like halogenation, nitration takes place in presence of nitric acid and sulfuric acid. When anisole is nitrated, concentrated HNO3 and concentrated H2SO4, then ortho nitro anisole plus para nitro anisole is obtained. Substitution takes place only at ortho and para position. Rest of all the electrophilic substitution takes place in the same way, and only ortho and para substituted derivatives are obtained. For example, when anisole is sulfonated, concentrated H2SO4, only ortho and para products are obtained. OCS3, SO3H, but its name is written as 2-methoxybenzene sulfonic acid. SO3H is larger group than OCS3. That's why its name is 2-methoxybenzene sulfonic acid. Sulfonic acid, and its name is 4-methoxy-benzene sulfonic acid. Now Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation means when any salt is treated with CH3Cl in presence of AlCl3, only ortho and para products are obtained. Orthomethylene and paramethylene is obtained in Friedel-Crafts alkylation. This is Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. And in case of Friedel-Crafts acylation, CH3COCl and aluminum chloride AlCl3 and hydroxyl AlCl3, ortho and para products are obtained. But in this case, name of the products are written as orthomethoxyacetophenone or 2-methoxyacetophenone. This is a styrene group which is stronger than alkoxy group. That's why it is derivative of acetophenone. 2-methoxyacetophenone, 4-methoxyacetophenone. This is reactions of anisole means electrophilic substitution reaction of ether due to benzene ring. That's all about alcohol, phenol and ether. In the next video, one test paper, that is exercise for practice, is given for you. That's all. Thank you.